Let's go.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone's having an amazing day and a blessed day. Gorak, how's your morning going?
Whoa. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, so
It's not morning for me anymore, it's afternoon, but I said good morning for your sake, Gorak. How is your morning going?
I'm ready for bed.
You're ready for bed? We are going to be reacting
I just
to
had a coffee.
we're going to be reacting to Midnight Fracture's EP. I can't wait for a full-length album, but their EP, The Silence, which features 4 amazing songs. Those songs are as follows. Let me get the track listing up here. A little bit of a drum roll. Let me get it here. I wrote it all down because I decided finally, for once, I'm going to actually have all the songs written down instead of just reviewing the entire album. The 4 songs on the track list of this lovely album that Greg just put up again. The songs are Break Me, I'm Fine, Find Myself Again, and The Silence, Should I Be Saved. This album, very fair to say, I think, reminds me very much so of, remember that huge melodic metalcore movement we had of the early 2000s?
Yeah.
They remind me of one of those bands.
They do, right.
Very different though than Leon Kraft's time in Love the Hate. That band was very different musically.
Yeah, I listened to this EP twice already, and fuck, that's really good.
It's really
Um,
good. I love the harsh vocals on it. I love the clean vocals on it.
mm,
I would like to talk about each song briefly here, and you can add whatever you want to it. The first track, Break Me, that intro riff was incredible. And then when Leon was singing, that fucking scream after he sings is so long, amazing, and incredible. I
yeah,
don't know. I don't know who the screamer is of this band, but there's only, I believe, 2 songs on this album that really shows his style, and it's amazing.
he's the guitar player, correct? He plays guitar in this, yeah.
Who, Leon?
Yeah,
He's the vocalist.
but who's the guitarist?
Who's the guitarist?
Yeah.
Let me bring up Love the Hate's page because they have it on there. Not Love the Hate, sorry, Midnight Fracture. I mentioned Love the Hate earlier, and actually the reason why I mentioned Love the Hate is because Midnight Fracture and Love the Hate are working on touring together,
Yeah.
which is incredible to me that they kind of buried whatever hatchet they had, if there was one, and
To be
are
honest, I
touring
actually
together.
quite like this than Love the Hate, to be honest.
I love the Hate and I love Midnight Fracture, and I'm glad they can do stuff together. Now,
Yeah.
the
But
band is,
musical wise, I think this is a little bit better.
I'm not going to say better, I'm not going to say worse. They are 2 different styles, and I enjoy them both equally.
Yeah.
Um, Now, as for band members, Leon is the vocalist, Brandon Rogers is the guitarist, Kevin Jocelyn is the guitarist, Joseph Carter is the bassist, and Dallas Todger is the drummer. Our buddy Leon actually played bass for Love the Hate, um, which this band is very different musically, but still incredible. Um, Now, that first song, like I said, incredible opener, great opener. Um, Now, I believe the screams, guitars, and everything blend perfectly together. I love it lyrically. Every song I really enjoy lyrically, but Leon, who the fuck hurt you, bro? Like this EP is like painful, like in like an emotional kind of
Yeah. They're
like.
slowly getting their name around.
Yeah, and I love this song, but I'm like, bro, who the fuck hurt you?
Yeah.
Like somebody somewhere hurt you. Um, like in the song, I'm fine. You're not fine, bro. It's okay. You can hug me. We can hug it out. You can cry. This song is every song is very catchy
Mm.
and very good lyrically. Find myself again. they kind of implement more of an electronic style in this song.
Yeah.
And then it goes into the heavy guitar riffage and kind of the more melodic metalcore style. Another incredible song. Anything you want to add about these songs? I'm kind of quickly brushing through them.
No. I like the vocals are good. I was obviously I'm a guitar player. I always like
Yeah.
to listen to guitars, but fuck those riffs. Even like the double kicks and the drums in these as well is fucking amazing. It's such a great EP. I didn't know it went for like fucking 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's an easy EP to just go through because it's not that long. And it's an
No.
EP. EPs are meant to be short.
Uh,
And
yeah, it's just over good. I'll probably like hardly recommend this to some people, you know?
yeah, like if you really enjoy like melodic metalcore, metal in general, it's not just metalcore, but it's metal in general. You would really
Yeah.
enjoy this album. The riffs are amazing. The guitars blend very well together. Um, it's got that very melodic element, which I really enjoy. Um, One of my favorite songs on the album is the last one, "The Silence Should I Be Saved." I really enjoy the guitar riff at the beginning. It sounds like it's kind of stuttering. It's
Yeah.
like, and I really like the effects they use on that. I'm not sure how they did that effect, but I think it was, and obviously in the studio. I don't think you can mimic that sound live unless you have like a certain pedal.
Yeah.
Um, uh, and this song kind of reminded me a little bit of their opening track, "Break Me." So they kind of opened and closed with a very similar song.
Yeah.
This band, they did an amazing job with his EP. I expected great things because Leon is a great lyricist, and the musicians he had on this album and with him is an amazing set of people.
They're
Um,
great.
they're incredible, and I think he did a great job finding the musicians.
Yeah. For someone that plays bass for, you know, a band, obviously doing like backup vocals and shit, to leading a band, it's pretty impressive. It takes a
Yes,
lot of balls to do as well.
it does because there are some musicians that do that, and it's very
Mm,
successful. There's others that do
exactly.
it that's not. A
Yeah.
prime example that kind of reminds me of Leon a little bit. Musically not, but hear me out on this.
Yeah.
Midnight Fracture has the ability, and so does Love the Hate, to become both really big bands on their separate accord. Now, there was a band, a musician, that did similar to what he did.
Yeah.
Um, there was a bassist who was in a band by the name of Hawkwind, and he went on to form Motorhead.
Lemmy.
Yes, he was only their bassist at the time. So it
Hmm.
is very possible to do that. It's very interesting, though, to see somebody go from being a bassist or a musician to just being the front man.
Yeah.
You hardly ever see somebody leave an instrument altogether or not go to a different instrument and just be a front man. And it takes a lot of balls to do that.
Yeah. And there seems to be a lot of you know, a lot of artists do that too in bands. Especially like if their lead singer quits and it's like somebody from the
Yeah.
band takes over, you
Mhm.
know. For example, like the band Atreyu,
Mhm.
um, their lead vocalist left a couple of
Mhm.
years ago. I only just found this out, and their vocalist now is the drummer, and they just got a new drummer.
I did not know that.
Yeah, me either. And so he does the clean vocals, and the bassist does the screams.
Didn't that happen with Of Mice and Men, or did they just replace their vocalist?
I think they just replaced the vocalist because didn't he get sick?
He got sick, something to do with like his intestines or whatever.
Yeah, from yeah, that's what I kind of read, but
Well,
because I kind of lose track with these type of bands until I look them up and see what's going on with them, and then yeah, shit like that happens.
That would be cool. Like, that's cool that that happens. But I also know that Love the Hate doesn't have their original vocalist.
Okay.
Because I really dug into their history and shit. And I know they had a vocalist that passed away. Their original vocalist.
Recently?
I think in 2019, maybe.
Okay.
And I do like the fact that they decided to continue on. There is a band. I don't really want to publicly announce it yet because it's not my place. But
Yeah.
there is a band that I used to follow that started to get recognition in this area. They're not hugely popular, but they started to get kind of recognition in the area. And they kind of like had a breakup. And it's in the works that they're going to reunite for another album and do some shows.
Oh, cool.
Not the full lineup, but they're going to get together. So that'd be fucking cool.
Nice. Sounds good to me.
Like that'd be fucking cool, but it's not my place to announce it. I'm hoping to have them on the show to talk about it. But that'd be cool. Now,
Yeah.
Midnight Fracture, guys, if you love metal, if you love melodic metal, if you love scream, if you even like clean vocals, this album has it all.
Yeah. Like, what genre would you put these guys under, though? I know you mentioned like melodic metal, but
Hear me out. They kind of remind me a bit of like Bullet for My Valentine, a little bit, like early days.
like the early thrash.
Like early thrash, but like they kind of remind me of like the mid era of Bullet 2, that's like more of the melodic metalcore.
Yeah.
They also remind me a little bit of my buddy's band Neverwake a little bit.
Yeah.
I put them as like a melodic metalcore, heavy metal kind of thing. I don't like labels or things that I do go to explain to people what the music is like, but I don't like putting labels sometimes on music, especially when
It's
it's
hard,
yeah.
especially if it's like multi-genre.
Yeah, but I'd say melodic. They're very melodic in whatever genre you'd throw them under.
Yeah, I'd probably say that, or maybe with a bit of like a little bit of like, I wouldn't say industrial.
They are a bit industrial now that
Yeah,
you
you reckon like a bit of progressive?
bit of progressive, because now that you mention it, Midnight Fracture, like especially their song The Silence.
Yeah.
The intro is kind of industrial, and even I'm Fine is kind of industrial, but it's just the intro that's industrial.
Yeah, that's it. Well, like, let's go with melodic industrial metal.
Melodic industrial metal. They are very good though, and what they do.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, like you said, um, looking forward to the album, and looking forward to more, um,
Me too.
more things to come with them. You know.
Me too. And they are fucking so good. Like when I heard the first single, and I'm not just kissing his ass because he's a friend of mine. When I heard the first single, I'm like, bro, like this is a step in not a step up, but a step in a different direction than what he's done previously musically.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that's kind of cool that um that he's doing his own thing since like his last band. You know, it was I guess a fallout or whatever it was between him and them. But it's good that he's got his freedom to do whatever the fuck he wants, and then like he can start and lead a band and like point it to a direction where he wanted to be, instead of being just that dude playing bass for a band. You know what I mean?
And I do love that he broke off, but I also love that they are able, whatever happened between them two, I'm glad it's not like a Megadeth Metallica kind of thing. I'm glad they're able
Oh
to.
fuck no. Yeah.
I'm glad
Yeah.
they're able to like rekindle and actually do shows together.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And just say fuck the drama. I mean, they're a band. We're all musicians. The thing is, though, with music, and I'm starting to learn this myself. I used to be that guy where I'm like, oh, this guy left the band, so it's not that band anymore. And I never really gave the band a chance. Until
I hate when
recently.
people say that shit.
Well, recently I started kind of giving bands a chance that split off from the original lineup. But there are some bands that just aren't this. They're not bad, but they've lost something when they've lost a member.
Yeah, exactly. Especially like the main member.
Yeah, like for instance, I've always gave this band shit, and I finally sat down, and I was wrong. I finally sat down and listened to Chinese Democracy.
Great
But
album.
I will stick with what I've said throughout the years. That album is, I will change this about it though. I do think it's a great album. I think it's awesome from beginning to finish. Great fucking album. However, I do not feel that it is musically the same Guns N' Roses. It's more so like an Axl Rose solo album. It just doesn't feel like the Guns N' Roses we all grew up and loved because you're missing the main songwriters.
Should have just been called like Axl Roses.
It could have been just called Roses.
Or whatever, But yeah, it's like calling Motley Crue, right? But they should have, because obviously Mick Mars is the key ingredient to Motley Crue. They should have just called it Motley Crue with John 5.
Yes,
In my opinion, I think.
because if I'm not mistaken, now that this happened, the only non-stop member of that band is Nikki.
Yeah.
Tommy Lee was missing on an album. Vince Neil wasn't on an album. And
Mick
also,
Mars.
Vince Neil isn't the original vocalist of Motley Crue. He's the original. Yeah.
What's that, sorry?
Mick was on every album.
Apparently, he did some songs for Sense of Los Angeles.
He was on a few tracks. Honestly, can I be brutal about this a little
I've heard
bit?
that
Saints of Los
DJ
Angeles
Ashba
was a
the one
great
I've written.
album.
Yeah.
But that was pretty much
a 6 a.m. album.
Yeah, I've heard that, and that's where I was getting at is this album, Saints of Los Angeles, and we'll get back to Midnight Fracture. Sorry, guys, ADD brain. With Saints of Los Angeles, though, that album was more so a 6 a.m. album because with Vince Neil singing, because DJ Ashba wrote on it, James Michael wrote on it, everyone wrote on it in that band, and that was before 6 a.m. was a thing.
But like, even if I think Saints of Los Angeles and 6 a.m. were sort of in between, because I think the Heroin Diaries came out before that or maybe after that.
Yeah, and 6 a.m. weren't they just formed for the Heroin Diaries and then they ended up staying a band?
Yeah, because they got really popular.
But anyway, Midnight Fracture. Let's get back to the album. Sorry, we kind of veered off. That happens on the show a lot. We're highly caffeinated.
I just finished my coffee.
But Midnight Fracture's album, let's rank it. Now, this is a hard thing to do. And Leon is a great friend of mine, and the whole band's amazing. So, with that being said, I will say that being an EP, it's amazing. I don't know why, but I just don't tend to rank EPs as high as I do regular albums, but that's starting to change. But I would rank this album probably 8 out of 10.
Yes, that's what I sent you my ranking because like I was gonna skip this because I was like exhausted, but then I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, I'll come on. I'll have a coffee. But yeah, I give it an 8 as well.
Yes, an 8 out of 10. Now, we do have an announcement to make. We're not sure what we're going to do with Pink Sock Reacts moving forward. I was teasing some ideas because this is hard for Gorak and myself, I will admit. Doing this every single Wednesday, every single Monday. So we're teasing the idea of either doing Pink Sock Reacts as a pre-record, or we're going to include it as part of Pink Sock Podcast.
I reckon I think we could do pre-record.
Yeah, like pre-record several at a time and then just release them.
Yeah, I think so. Let's do that.
Yeah, like we can take one day out of the week, go for like an hour maybe, and do like 2 or 3 albums, like do separate studios and shit.
Yeah.
And then we can
maybe we just set times for them for each
yeah, and then
week.
and then we can release them like each week, and then turn around and like take like a week off, and we still have a pre-recorded episode.
Yeah.
All right, we can do that.
And the same time for our pre-recorded for Pink Sock still the same time, 11 p.m. for me, Friday.
We can honestly do that. What time would that be for me though?
Isn't that 10?
10 p.m. for me or 10 a.m.?
No,
10
10 a.m.
I can do
Because
that.
I just find it's a little bit easier for me because like I don't have to stay up too late. Because
I got a question. Can we move
Yeah.
that to Saturday?
that's
next
Sunday
day.
morning for me.
Yeah.
Actually,
No, same time.
11 p.m. Saturday.
Yeah, because I got plans with a friend on Friday. I forgot I told her I would do something.
Yeah, I could do that. It'd be easy.
Okay, easy peasy lemon squeezy.
That's
But
the name of their new album.
your album or Midnight Fracture's new album?
Yeah, I mean, we just gave away the fucking album name now. No, I'm joking.
That would be fucking cool.
That could be like that with that name. That could be like my band's name. We can tour the Wiggles.
Tour with the Wiggles. Did you know the Wiggles? Fun fact before we go, the Wiggles started off as an alternative rock band called the Cockroaches. And I would love to review one of their albums.
Are the Wiggles like super popular in America?
Bro, they are the children's equivalent of the Beatles. Them fucking,
I was gonna say that. You read my mind.
like they are the children equivalent of the fucking Beatles.
Yeah, like it's funny how small Australia bands are now like maybe 10 years later, 5 years later, they're like fucking huge all over the States and Europe.
Yeah, is the
And
Wiggles?
they know who they are. You know what I mean?
I forgot the Wiggles are Australian.
Yeah, they are. I think there's only one original member left in the group.
There is, and I'm not going to tell you who because then I'd sound like a freaking weirdo.
Yeah, I know who it is.
His name is Anthony.
Anthony Murray.
Anthony Field.
Field, sorry. No, Anthony Field retired.
No, he's still in the band.
Is he? Oh, okay. Because I thought the Red Wiggle was in there.
Nope. The Red Wiggle Murray just recently retired.
One of them got sick.
Paul Field got sick.
Yeah, and Wake Up Jeff. Yeah, is Jackie Chan's stunt double. No, I'm joking.
No, he's not.
No.
If I'm not mistaken,
He's retired too, but I know they did like a one-off reunion with the originals.
they did. Oh, Paul Field was not a member of the Wiggles.
Okay.
He is the director of the Wiggles. He's the manager. He's the brother of Anthony Field.
Yeah. So I lose track with these fucking things, but like, didn't one of them died?
I don't think any of them's dead. I know one of them had. I know one of them had like had to retire due to having a heart attack on stage.
Shit. I thought like yeah, that's crazy shit, man.
I'm trying to find because I don't think any of them is dead. I know they had a female member recently. I think they still have her.
Yeah, they do.
They've had several female singers, but I don't think any of them's gone. I just think some of them have
They're all
retired.
just retired. They're kind of like Kiss, right?
Yeah,
They're like the children version of Kiss.
they do. However, they have more studio albums than Kiss. God damn.
Yeah, and they only tour when they can. It's not like Kiss; they do 5 or 10 farewell tours.
But yeah, the band was formerly known as the Cockroaches.
That's funny.
They were actually a pub rock band, and they were rock and roll. They were formed in 1979.
Fuck, I did not know that.
They did a reunion show in 2014.
Yeah.
But let's cut this off of here because honestly, we're talking about everything but Midnight Fracture's latest album or EP. I mean, go check it out on Spotify. It's on all streaming platforms. It is an amazing album. It is not like the Wiggles or any of the other bands we've mentioned. I love you all, and as always, live long, rock hard. Go check out Midnight
Stay
Fracture.
hard and don't be a cunt.
Yes, stay hard. Don't be a cunt.